When you unpack your reverse osmosis or RO system, I wanted to show you the different pieces that you're going to have for installation. There's the RO itself, which is a series of different filters, and we'll explain those in a little bit. There's a storage tank that's necessary because ROs make water very slowly. There's several different colored hoses that are going to help, the color coding is going to help with installation. There's a drain saddle to attach the discharge line to the drain under the sink. There's an angle stop adapter, a tank ball valve, a small adapter fitting, and a couple of these safety clips and a couple of screws in case you wanted a wall mount. Now, an RO installation looks more difficult than it really is. It can be an intimidating piece of equipment. But if you slow down and just do it step by step, it's pretty simple and we don't think you'll have any troubles. The first thing we're going to want to do is to connect to the cold water line. There's going to be two angle stops under your sink, one for hot and one for cold. The easy way to identify them is turn on the cold water. And when you shut the valve off, if you found the cold water one, the water at the faucet will stop flowing. It's very simple. They turn one way on, the other way off. Once it's off, we're going to disconnect this. Using a simple adjustable wrench, we're just going to loosen it and take off the cold water line. We're then going to install an angle stop adapter like this. Ours is adjustable from 1/2 inch to 3/8 using this fitting that's going to go on either end. Most of them are going to be 3/8 just like this size. So we put it on this side and we simply thread it into place. These valves have O-rings built inside them, so really just hand tight is all we need to do. Then we're going to reconnect the cold water line. Using our wrench, we'll tighten it back down just a little bit. And the angle stop is now installed. The middle section of this will still pivot. This will help make it a little easier to install. This is where the cold water going to the reverse osmosis system will hook up. The next thing we're going to want to do is install the drain saddle. When we install this, it's very important that we are above the P-trap. The P-trap is designed to keep odors from coming back up from the wastewater lines. We need to make sure that we are above that. Any place above that is going to be fine. The first thing we're going to want to do is find the half of the drain saddle that has the valve. There's a small piece of material like this that we need to put inside to help make the seal. Remove the middle part and then take off the adhesive backing. Having longer fingernails would help with this. Once it's off, line the hole up over the hole of the saddle and you're ready to go. The drain saddle will come with 2 nuts and 2 bolts to help mount this. The bolts will go through the saddle, the nuts on the back. Once it's positioned, a screwdriver is all you need to tighten this down. Once the drain saddle's been tightened down, we're going to use a 1/4 inch drill bit to drill a hole through here. Your drain saddle is now installed. The next thing we're going to want to do is install the ball valve to the top of the tank. There will be a little protective cover here that just unscrews and comes right off. We're going to take the ball valve and it just threads directly on. You can use a little Teflon tape if you'd like to, but it's not necessary. Get it good and hand tight. That's all there is to it. Now that we have the angle stop adapter, the drain saddle, and the tank ball valve installed, we're ready to hook everything up. First, we're going to take the red line from the reverse osmosis system. This is our tap water inlet. This red line will connect to the angle stop adapter. This is a simple push to fit. All we're going to do, push it in, give it a good firm push, and a little tug to make sure it's connected. Next, we're going to connect the black line, which is our discharge line, to the saddle that we just installed above the P-trap. The drain saddle is going to connect a little different than the angle stop. There's a black retaining nut that we're going to slide over the tube with the threads facing out. Then we'll insert the tube into the saddle valve and simply tighten it down. This is where the wastewater and the discharge water from the RO system is going to go. Next, we're going to want to connect the yellow tubing from the remineralizing cartridge to the tank. On the top of the reverse osmosis system, you'll see the remineralizing cartridge and it's labeled tank. There will be a small plug that needs to be removed first. Once this is out, it's again a simple push, quick connect, push in style fitting. Give it a good firm push, little tug to make sure it's connected. And we'll do the same thing with the ball valve on the tank. Push in, tug to check. The last connection is going to be the white tubing that we're going to use to put water to our ionizer. Again, on the top of the RO, there's a taste and odor filter. And again, another one of those little yellow plugs that needs to come out. Once this is out, we're going to use the 90-degree elbow that came with the RO, connect the white 1/4-inch tubing, give it a push, tug to make sure it's connected, and the same goes directly into the filter. Now that everything's connected, let's recap how they go. The red line is the tap water inlet and will connect to our angle stop adapter. The black line is our discharge line and will connect to the drain saddle. The yellow connects from our remineralizing filter to the storage tank. The white line is to deliver our product water, and this is what will replace the tap water in with our ionizer. Now that all of our tubing is connected, we're ready to put water into the system. The first thing we're going to want to do is make sure that the ball valve on top of the tank is on. We know it's on when the blue handle faces the line. If it's turned away 90 degrees, the tank is actually shut off. Make sure that it is pointing in the same direction as the tubing. Next, we want to shut off the angle stop adapter by turning it 90 degrees away from the tubing. Now that it's off, we can slowly open the angle stop back up to allow water back up to the kitchen faucet. Once the water is back on, go ahead and open the angle stop. Now water is being supplied to the RO, and it's going to start producing water automatically. You'll hear a very quiet clicking of the permeate pump inside doing its job. It's important to note that the first few tanks of water are going to have some media fines and some residual. We highly recommend that the first 3 tanks be dumped out. You can do that just by turning on your ionizer and letting it run out of water. Then that's going to clean everything out and give you perfect water, and you're ready to go.